Hi guys. So today is obviously November 11th. It's a Monday. And technically today would start the journey of my final leg as a Cuzno cheerleader. But unfortunately, because I am a senior. But unfortunately, this year I am unable to do competition cheer. And I'm not going to go into detail as to why, because it's for a couple reasons. One being school. I got a lot on my plate, and I need to focus on a bunch of other things that I have on my plate. So that's like a brief thing there. And I don't know. For 3 to 4 years, at your competition banquet, it's tradition for the seniors at Cuzno, the senior cheerleaders, to give a speech. And I've been curating mine since my freshman year. And I'm really upset that I cannot give mine. And I wanted to give mine at my sideline banquet, but I did not want to cry that day. And it didn't feel like it was the right time. And it had been a really long day. So for a number of reasons, I did not give my speech that day. So, because today, I guess, in my book, officially marks the end of an era, unfortunately, I thought I'd give my speech. I'd say it for everybody to hear. And I'm gonna try not to cry, but it's not guaranteed. So, here we go. Hi everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Maddie, and I'm a senior. I've been a part of the Cuzno cheer team since my freshman year. And to say that my time at Cuzno High School has been easy would not be true. My 4 years in high school have been an extremely long, wild roller coaster ride, with both good and bad memories, to say the least. Before I started high school, I wasn't really into sports, including football. I would hate it when my dad would turn on the sports channel on Friday and Saturday nights. But in 8th grade, I did try track my 8th grade year, but quickly learned that running was not for me. At least long distances and running for long periods of time is not my forte, which is why I never did soccer like my dad wanted. During the summer between my 8th grade and freshman year, I was very conflicted because I knew I didn't want to sit around for hours after school until dinner doing absolutely nothing besides mindlessly scrolling on my phone for 4 consecutive years. So I did think about trying out for dance. But a longtime friend of mine who has done dance her whole life told me prior experience was needed. And with my background and where I come from, dance and gymnastics, although they were something my parents wanted to put me in due to a couple things, it wasn't feasible. And that's okay, because I will never be mad at my parents for that. Besides, the childhood I had was pretty good, and I'm not ashamed of it. But I decided that summer there was going to be something different. I was going to try cheer, and even though I had no prior experience, I was and still am not completely flexible. It was something new, and trying out for something can't hurt. The worst they could have said was no. And in my case, that wasn't even the first option. My freshman year was crazy. I had gotten into contact with some of my older friends who had already started high school and had asked them about cheer, since I knew that they were previously on the cheer team. And I found out that we didn't have any coaches, because the ones from the year before had quit. So I'm thinking, bummer, but I wasn't too worried, because the sport was still new to me. But I got more information and went to tryouts, where I met the varsity coaches, Coach Allison and Coach Karen, and the JV coaches, Coach Ty and Coach Blue. I had no prior tumbling or stunting skills, and let me tell you, that year was interesting. It was a mixture of highs and lows, mostly lows, but I powered through with the rest of my teammates. I almost didn't come back the next year, with a gut feeling that because I was still new to cheer, I would either be cut completely or be put on JV. But I went anyways for the same reason as my freshman year, and I did make JV. And the same thing with last year, my junior year, I made JV, which yes, I was bummed, but it only pushed me to work harder. And here I am now. I'm not where I want to be, but I have significantly improved since my freshman year. But backtracking to my freshman year, come November, I still wanted to do competitive cheer, check it out and everything, and to keep in shape for the following sideline season. And little did I know, disaster would strike on the first day of tryouts. Unbeknownst to me, I was working on my handstand at the time, and I arched my back a little too much and fell into a bridge, which wasn't my intention. And I didn't even know until about a week later that I had broken my right growth plate completely in half, needing surgery that same week, and I was out the whole season. But I made varsity, for a few reasons, but still. And I got my varsity letter because I showed up to support my team at every competition and every practice. And you bet I was there, saying the words memorized by heart to each round. And the part that I regret is that I could have hit Matt that year. I was just too afraid I would break something again, so I stayed to the side, and it is something that I regret to this day. And come competition for sophomore year, I was made the team manager for JV. For several reasons, I was unable to do comp that year. And last year was the first year I was able to hit Matt, and it was the most terrifying yet exhilarating thing I have ever done, and I wish I could do it again for this year. But for a few reasons, which I won't be going into detail about, I unfortunately cannot do comp. So, the last game of my senior sideline season was rough. We lost to Utica, but it was a really good game, and I had so much fun. And then I broke down, like I thought I would when the clock hit 0. Because I had this gut feeling, even though the message wasn't sent yet, that I had put my palms down for the last time. And I cried a lot because we weren't going to playoffs, which is something that I had prayed for a lot, and that my high school cheering had come to an end. But I still plan to cheer in college, so I'm not completely done. But I said goodbye to my uniform when I turned it in 2 weeks ago. And as I said, these 4 years have flown by in a blink of an eye. But I don't have regrets, except for my freshman year. I will always be grateful for the opportunities I have been given, and I wanted to thank my coaches, Coach B for 2 amazing years, and Coach Karen and Coach Allison for all the years I've done cheer. I wanted to thank my parents for showing up for me when they could at the games and early morning competitions on Saturdays, for God for getting me through it all. And I wanted to thank my teammates, current and graduates, for 4 amazing years. And I wanted to thank myself because I'm the reason I am standing here today. I haven't told anyone this, but I almost quit this year during sideline because I had so much going on and it was just a lot. But I did it for me because I worked so hard to get where I am and where I am going, both academically and athletically. And I am proud of how far I've come. And one last thing to all my underclassmen. I wish you luck in your future endeavors, and I advise you to always be grateful for everything you have, because it could be worse, and there are people who do unfortunately have it worse. So always take that leap of faith, because when you do, it is the most rewarding thing. And I will be coming back for alumni night, because I could never truly say goodbye to this program. I will always be a Cousino Patriot. I love this program so much, and I am truly so grateful for everything it has given me and everything it has taught me and the friendships I have made and who I've become because of this program. So, thank you.